Many international experts have started warning that the conflict in Ukraine is likely to impact other crises in the Middle East, including Yemen. Such fears conform with the previous concerns raised by UN officials that aid agencies in Yemen would suspend most of their activities due to funding crisis. More details on this are within this report.
More than 16 million Yemenis are in danger of starvation, according to the United Nations. Last September, World Food Program Director David Beasley stated that 1,000 Yemenis died from hunger each week. Yemenis will be facing more cuts in humanitarian aid in coming months because of funding cuts that could reduce food ratios in a country where millions face starvation. Martin Griffiths added that the humanitarian operation is about to start doing a lot less. And he also added that aid agencies are quickly running out of money, forcing them to slash life-saving programs.
By far the biggest challenge for aid agencies right now is funding. The humanitarian operation, a lifeline for millions of people across Yemen and for these many years, is about to start doing a lot less. Aid agencies are quickly running out of money, forcing them to slash life-saving programs. And by the end of January, nearly 2/3 of major UN aid programs had already scaled back or closed altogether.
Most of the estimated 233,000 people who have perished in the war have died as a result of indirect causes, including a lack of food, health care, and infrastructure. This increased the humanitarian crisis in Yemen. The solution to the problems of refugees and displaced people can only come from peace treaties and reconstruction with the help of wealthier nations. The Ukrainian crisis will not make this easier, as relations between Washington and its allies on one side and Moscow on the other side are the worst in 40 years. Yemen drops from the top of the watch list for the first time in 3 years, not because of an improvement in the humanitarian situation, but because crises in other countries are worsening even more rapidly. Yemen is still one of the largest humanitarian crises in the world, with more than half of Yemen's population unable to access food for survival, and the rate of poverty and hunger is increasing every day. The world must not forget about Yemen and how it's facing a critical humanitarian crisis due to 7 years of war. Despite the 7 years of war, Yemenis are still hoping for peace.